Right, everyone. Welcome to the stream. So, we have had a bit of a tumultuous day. We've been going through this really annoying transition. So, we moved one of our production front ends to front end databases from our data center on a SQL Server 2016 box, quite a lot of grunt, to an RDS instance, and we did this yesterday evening and it flopped like crazy. So today we've been trying to get this running correctly, and it's finally under control and things are good. As a side effect of doing this, and this is why today is a bit of a lessons learned, I picked up that two of our developers have been didn't do their unit testing or their regression testing, which made certain reports not work. So if you're making things more efficient, so we needed Tableau to become more efficient because Tableau doesn't have a great database engine or its own internal data extracts are very clunky to process, and they just don't work well. The best results you get with Tableau is when you stick a nice tabular data analysis services instance in between, and throw away Tableau actually, and put another front end on, like Power BI. But anyway, we didn't have that luxury because business wants to run Tableau, so that's what we're doing. Right, anyway, so I picked up there was some nastiness happening. So we had some issues with RDS, and the issue with RDS was that our instance wasn't strong enough, and when we moved or transitioned from 2014 to 2017, we left the instance or the database that we restored in the 2017 RDS instance in 2014 mode, and that was not great. That resulted in a lot of performance issues. Then when we scaled, we doubled our capacity. But one of the things you have to understand with RDS is that Amazon provides you their so-called high-speed connectivity, and that drives the iSCSI connectivity to your hard drives as well. So we're plateauing in our database I/O at 90 megabytes a second, and that is really bad performance. We had at times over 390 megabytes a second on our hosted server, and now we have to deal with this. So when we scaled up to whatever it was, let's see if I can't pull that convo up. I want to find out what instance size it was. Just give me a second. So our first instance was, let's see, oh, we're getting disconnected. That's no good. Wonder why that is. We're having frame drops as well, maybe. Let's have a look. No zero dropped frames, so we're good. VPN's up and running. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Put back on. So anyway, what ended up happening was that our AWS engine was incorrectly sized. Our database RDS instance was the wrong size. So we were running 16 gigs of RAM on 2 terabyte disk volume, and the reason we go 2 terabyte is because we get better IOPS. It's weird, but it's a way of cheating. we also had 4 virtual cores, and now we scaled it up to have 8 virtual cores and 30 gigs of RAM. And that seems to be doing the trick. We will probably need to scale this box even further as we let customers go on, but that's a fairly small exercise. So, bottom line is we started getting, once we did our scaling, we got better throughput on database I/O, and obviously you want as much as possible of this to handle. Anyway, so what I want to show you guys is the clunky stuff that I discovered, and this is, I'm going to try to fix this tonight, but I won't show you guys that. Slow connectivity. I won't walk this through with us, but lessons learned. Here it comes. When you're working with something that feeds something else, like a data mart, and it feeds an application like Tableau, if you want, when you do changes to structural changes, you need to also follow up with regression testing, or else things break. So today we had a production incident because of missing columns. So we've got this view, I think it's that view actually. So we've got some very strange connectivity issues at the moment. Okay. Right, I'm just, oh, right. Right, we're struggling to communicate with servers at the moment. So I'm trying to find the view I modified. Give me a second. Right. There we go with this one. So if we look, please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. There we go. So there's a whole bunch of craziness here that should be removed, right? The original views only had that in select statements, but then there was a whole bunch of other things. So there was a change made, right? So there's a whole bunch of other things that was required, but no one did regression testing. So they created this new, very optimized view for a new reporting or business intelligence solution that we built for our customers. But then this view didn't cater for the legacy stuff, right? So then we get a phone call today from our customers, or one of our massive customers, going, oh, hold on, the reports are broken. They're blank and empty. So yeah, that was a bit of an interesting one. When we then made a production incident. So after a bit of digging, we couldn't understand, but nothing has changed, right? And the one developer reckoned, no, but nothing has changed. It's been this structure forever, or for a couple of weeks. Turns out there's a whole bunch of fields that were removed. So Tableau wouldn't throw an error, it would process the data set, but throw an error inside, in the report. So the report wouldn't render because data was missing. So, interesting enough, no one picked this up during unit testing. Yes, there's going to be some really tough conversations on Monday. But yeah, so yeah, I found, it was quite easy to recreate some of the missing columns, and then came some madness that was created, namely this stuff. And as soon as we put this in, all of a sudden, and you can see that these are large data sets, okay? They're massive tables. So we start doing, let's do some aggregations, right? These are not happy aggregations, right? And they can, yes, here's more of them. Okay, these can cause problems. And in fact, if we look at the execution plan for this, now this is what I was busy with earlier today, and we just pull the execution plan. Hopefully it finishes. Oh yes, implicit conversions. Yes, bad, bad, bad. Then we go and we see this sort here. No. Obviously we have a union. There's 3 tables we union together from different source systems, but we sort of flatten this thing. And then it becomes an order by. And you can see in the sort, holy mother. Okay, this is not good. So yeah, I'm going to be working on trying to fix this to minimize the cost of this. How many rows affected? 25 million rows for this one. And this is our lean aggregated dataset, so yeah, this is interesting. Anyway, I'm going to be working how to remove this piece here, so that when Tableau needs to rerun and refresh, we don't kill the dataset or the SQL box. Okay, this needs to go. It needs to be ejected. Anyway, so that's my roundup for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Everyone have a good evening. Cheers.
I am Sushi.